Okay, now review citta. So give a name of citta, you can write in English or Pali. A boy sees an ice cream. Now remember, we are saying that moment to moment we have many different citta. It is when we learn Abhidhamma, we really get to know about non-self. It's not the same soul, not the same self seeing something. It's a different citta that do something. So in this story, the boy sees an ice cream, right? Then you have to think about seeing will be to do with the eye consciousness. And ice cream is considered as good object. It's not a bad object like car accident or shit or cow dung or whatever, right? So it's a good object for most people. So it will be Chaku Vijnana and it's to do with wholesome one, so Kusala Vipaka, and it will be rootless, right? You have to put Ahetuka, Kusala Vipaka, Chaku Vijnana. Let's say in exam, you only give me this answer, Chaku Vijnana, because you put as ice cream, you put as seeing, Chaku Vijnana. Then your answer can be only half mark. Why? Because you have to specify is kusala vipaka or akusala vipaka. There are two types of chakuviyana, right? So if you put a chakuviyana, you only get half of the answer. So it should be kusala vipaka. Wholesome resulted. Now the question number 2. He feels happy sitting in a park with the wind touching his body. Now you can see I emphasize on the word touching the body. So this means that it's another kind of consciousness to do with the body. Kaya Vijnana. And Kaya Vijnana is with the happy feeling. You have to put Sukha Vedana, right? So Ahetuka is a wholesome object for the mind. So Kusala Vipaka, wholesome resultant, Kaya Vijnana, Sukha Vedana. Or you want to put Sukha Vedana in front also can. Ahetuka, Kulasala Vipaka, Sukha Vedana, or Kaya Vijnana. Either one also can, doesn't matter. As long as we know the feeling at that time is happy feeling. Because he feel happy with the wind touching the body, right? Now after that, he feels delighted, wants to eat the ice cream greedily, right? Now already he see the ice cream, all right? You follow the story. He already see the ice cream, right? So at that time you cannot put the seeing question because he already seen the question. Now at that point, he's something to do with the mind. So the mind want to eat the ice cream greedily. Then it should be loba mula citta, somnasa sahagata. He feel delighted means somnasa sahagata, pleasant feeling. And then here nothing to do with right view or wrong view, right? It's just the now when we say wrong view, I think I already sent to you. Wrong view has different types. Sometimes wrong view to believe that self or soul is eternal, okay? Or take things as anicca, take things as nicca, and so on. Like this, okay? Or deny of karma. So these are very normal wrong self. Now, of course, most of us, all of us, if we are not enlightened, we will have that kind of idea of self as soul. But here is if we are going to put everything, everybody who cling to the self and soul will be wrong view, then it means that all the answer will be wrong view. But here is an actually we don't say anything to wrong view. He just want to eat the ice cream. So we should put this associate with wrong view because it's nothing to do with wrong view at all. And it's unprompted because he just want to eat ice cream automatically. So it will be asankalika. Okay. Now next one. The mother scold him. All right. Now he's sad. So we are focusing on him, not the mother. Right. So he will be sad. When sad feeling or anger feeling, they also belong to dosa mula, hatred rooted, and accompanied by domanasa, unpleasant pleasing or displeasure, and connected, associated with the patika sampayuta, hatred, and unprompted. All right. Yeah. He said here. Yes, it might be prompted by mother, but the feeling of sadness come natural to him. So it should be unprompted. And after that, he feel restlessness. He thinks eat ice cream is okay. So when restless will be moha mula, delusion rooted, accompanied by neutral, indifferent feeling. Because when the mind is diluted, it cannot have pleasant feeling or unpleasant feeling. It's always upekkha, neutral feeling, and associate with the udacha, restlessness. Right. So this answer is quite straightforward. And then the mother say eating ice cream without sharing is greed. So he get confused. So he got doubts about karma, right? Yeah. Even though doubts about karma here, but the main thing is still on confused, right? The mind is cannot decide. So delusion rooted, accompanied by neutral, indifferent feeling, associated with doubts. Then he want to eat ice cream happily, thinking karma is not important. Now we see that here is the mind still on greed. So you go back to greed. Greed rooted, and then accompanied by neutral and indifferent feeling, associated with wrong view. Because here he deny the karma. Okay, deny the karma, right? And then the associate with wrong view because he denied the karma and unprompted. Okay, so I think if most of the student can get the answer, but you have to think a little bit lah. This kind of thing is a good exercise for you to review on citta. All right, most of them, some get 90% right, some get 70% right, some get 50% right. Okay. Okay, now we go back to, the answer will share later. Yeah, because I think most of students done this for the certificate level. Right, now we go for, right, we finished the Ahetuka Kriya already. Okay, now we go back to the charts. And this chart is, I already shared to you all. If you like colors, if you like visual, you should focus on these charts. We have the 89 chittas, and then some belong to mundane one, some belong to the supramundane. So this side, Lokotara, is a supramundane one, all right? So this side is a supramundane. And then the mundane one will be from the Kamavachara here, sense sphere, you have 54. And then all these onwards Mahagata is not covered by this book because this book is for practical Abhidhamma in daily life. So to do with the Rupa Vachara means to do with the jhana, first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana. It's not covered in this book. And Arupa jhana, immaterial jhana also not covered in this book. So this book only cover up to today's Kamavachara. Okay, before Kamavachara, we had Akusala 12, to do with the greed, to do with the hatred and delusion. So it's very easy. Greed, hatred, delusion, Loba, Dosa, Moha is 12. And then last week we covered the Ahetuka, rootless. Rootless, remember when we use the word rootless, it means that this kind of citta has no root. So it has no loba, dosa, moha, greed, hatred, delusion, and it has no loba or dosa, moha. So this citta is without root. That's why it's very weak. And most of the feeling is upekkha. Okay. And dosa mula can have 4 with the pleasant feeling and 4 with upekkha. So every time you remember somebody eat ice cream. So after you eat ice cream first time, you are very happy. It's a loss of somanasa. After you eat the ice cream for many long time, then the feeling become more neutral already because even though you are no longer interested in the feeling, but you still want to eat it. Okay, so that's why greed rooted can be somanasa, change it to upekkha. And hatred is always with the displeasure feeling. And then the moha, delusion, is always with the doubt or restlessness. And the feeling is always upekkha, right? So if you like the charts, it's easy for you to see. You can either print out or draw yourself. Okay. Now, Ahetuka, we already go through last week. Something to do with Kusala Vipaka, eye, nose, tongue, body. And Kusala Vipaka, wholesome, resultant, eye, nose, tongue, body. Now, remember, this is, we call it vipaka. Vipaka means it's a result of wholesome or unwholesome. So this citta itself is a weak one. It's not active one. It's a vipaka. It's a resultant. So that's why most of the feeling is just blue color. Only the body has two feelings. So under the body, it is akusala vipaka, then the feeling will be painful. This means that you sit down, you feel hot weather, you're bitten by ants, by mosquito, all these are painful. And for the body, we wholesome result is considered as this one, sukha. So when you are in the aircon room, you enjoy good sleep because of good bed, so it's under sukha. Why? Because the impact on the body is stronger, and the other impact is weak. And but for the kusala vipaka, there is a receiving, yes, but under the investigating, there's one extra one, somanasa. Is when the object is very desirable. So investigating will have somanasa, pleasant feeling. All right, only this one you have to remember. Okay, and then the kriya is it just do the job. So fido everything. So when you see something, you will before you see something, it avert the fido. Then there's avert the mido, and smiling producing is for arahan or the Buddha. All right. So we finish this one. Now today we are going to the kamavachara sobhana. So we call it sense sphere. Okay, sense sphere we have 54. So 12 akusala, 12 ahetuka, sense sphere is 24, right? Under 24, you have one to do with wholesome one, we call mahakusala. This is the citta when we do any good deeds, or when you practice meditation, vipassana meditation. Okay, mahakusala. And based on mahakusala, there will be result. We call it mahavipaka. And based on the, if Arahant do good deeds, we don't call it kusala, we call it mahakriya. Okay. And then you can see the feeling is also same like the loba mula. So there are 4 to do with wholesome, 4 to do with the neutral feeling. Okay. And the mahavipaka also same. Right. Mahakriya also same. Okay, now this is just a chart here. Okay, now we go for the I think we can go for the Sobhana first. Okay. Now, Sobhana Citta is 59 here. So 24 belong to belong to kamasobhana. So this Citta is called kamasobhana. And 515 to do with the rupavachara and arupavachara. Now, the definition of sobhana means beautiful, right? We call it beautiful Citta. So it's a good citta, wholesome citta. So on the karma side, karma means to do with our world. When we are doing good deeds, we are doing with the mahakusala citta. When we do any good deeds. So any good deeds will give us the result. So we call it mahavipaka. So explanation will be later. And if Arahant or Buddha do good deeds, it's called mahakriya. Okay. So you 8 plus 8 plus 8, you got 24. So this is called kama vachala citta. Now, so this is when you are doing good deeds here. Now, what if you practice jhana and successfully gain jhana? So then the citta will come under rupa vachala. So these two is to do with the jhana only, right? So it's to do with the rupa jhana practice, okay? Right. That means that if they practice the first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana, and this is to do with the arupa jhana. So when they successfully practice the arupa, like infinite space, infinite consciousness, nothingness, neither perception nor non-consciousness. All right. So this citta, most people will not get it. That's why we don't call this karma. This is called rupavachara, arupavachara. Only karma is to do with our sense sphere, our human world or deity's world. That's why it's called karma. Beautiful karma. 8 and 8. How you get 15? 5, 5, 5. How you got 12? 4, 4, 4. Actually, it's easy to calculate in this way. All right. So if you add on together, 24, 15, 12, you got 59. Is it 59? Yeah. Oh, yeah. And also including the Lokotara Chitta. Lokotara Chitta means to do with the enlightenment, okay, at enlightenment stage. Or we call it supra-mundane consciousness. It's to do with the four magga, we call it path, four fruit, this is called fruition. So these are chitta to do with enlightenment. That's why you call it supra-mundane. The Pali word is loka and uttara. Loka means this world. Uttara means go beyond the world or exceeding beyond this world. Okay. Anyway, so we go for this Sobhana Chitta first. Okay. Sobhana Chitta. Willia, you read first. Yeah.
Sobhana Chitta. The total of Sobhana Chittas is 59. It is divided into 4 planes. Sobhana means beautiful. Chitta is consciousness. They are called Sobhana, beautiful because they have good qualities. What are these good qualities? They are accompanied by alobha or generosity. Is generosity a good or bad quality? This mind has good quality, so it is called Sobhana, beautiful. Whoever has this generosity becomes beautiful and nice, and people like them as they have the good quality of generosity. They have adosa, non-hatred or love. Is there more hatred than love? Non-hatred is metta, but some people love with craving. If it is with craving, then worry and jealousy will follow. So, craving with love cannot produce happiness because worry, jealousy, and stinginess will follow. Jealousy also happens in animals. If we give a piece of meat to a dog, another dog that sees it will get jealous and hatred will arise in that dog. It wants to attack due to its jealousy. It is the same with humans. Jealousy and stinginess are the same because the nature of Dhamma is the same everywhere. Due to craving and grasping as me, the dog will attack out of jealousy. The other dog will attack back to protect itself, thinking this piece of meat is mine. Same situation will happen in the human world. If the dog has no stinginess and no jealousy, it will give up the meat to the other dog. Only a mother dog will give to her puppies willingly, as she has generosity and loving kindness towards them. So generosity and loving kindness metta are so beautiful. The nature of Dhamma is the same everywhere. So it is called Paramatta, ultimate reality. Ultimate reality means it never changes its characteristic. Craving is just craving within whoever it arises. It never changes its color. So too is stinginess within human beings or animals. In the nature of Dhamma, akusala is the same everywhere, and kusala is the same everywhere.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Now, okay. So the Sayadaw is actually try to explain what is inside the Sobhana Chitta, right? So Sobhana Chitta, it has how many roots? It has actually 3 roots. We will have Abloba, Adosa, and sometimes Amoha. Not all the time, right? Because it is associate, let me see, if like this, when it's associated with the wisdom, the yellow color, it will be with the amoha. And it's not associated with the wisdom, then there will be no amoha, right? So like rupa vachara, it will be with wisdom. And lokotara, the yellow color means with wisdom. Okay, so this is with wisdom, jnana. Okay, this means that most of the chitta, it will be a aloba or dosa or maybe amoha, right? Not all the time. Now, what is aloba? Aloba means we direct means is generosity. Is generosity, right? Adosa means metta. Amoha means wisdom. So loba is a greed, then dosa is hatred, and moha is delusion. So sobhana-citta is opposite of the akusala. That's why Sayadaw say this is considered as wholesome one, or good, very good, beautiful one. All right, sobhana means beautiful. So you will have aloba, generosity, adosa, metta, and maybe wisdom, depends. Okay. Now, what is the wisdom one? So non-wisdom, non-delusion, amoha is a good quality. So when we study Dhamma, we can remove ignorance. Now people want to know how to you remove the ignorance. So you have to do it the opposite one. So if you want to reduce moha, you have to increase the amoha. This means that increase the wisdom, right? So understanding knowledge will arise more and more. Just as a small candle can light up a small place, but not big hole. But if an electricity powered light is used, it can light up a bigger area. It's same with knowledge. Having little knowledge will only help us to remove little darkness. But if we have more knowledge, we can remove more darkness. Because delusion is compared with darkness. Then the light is similar with the wisdom, and then the darkness is same with the delusion. So if you want to reduce the darkness, you have to increase the light. So if you want to reduce the delusion, you have to increase the wisdom. Here, amoha we call it non-delusion, but actually is jnana, right? Right. So amoha is same with the jnana. So sometimes we have other term in here, we call it jnana. This one sometimes we have panya, we have jnana. Like in a eightfold path, we call it samadhi. So it's different term, but it's same thing. Okay. Okay. Right now we look for so just now is a definition for this sobhana. Sobhana citta actually is covered a lot from the kamavacha sobhana, the 24, and then the rupa vachala, arupa vachala, all the way to lokotara. So all these are wholesome one. Okay. So if we are doing the chart, it will be from here, kama vachara, sobhana to rupa vachala, arupa vachala, lokotara. So the whole thing here is called sobhana. Beautiful. Beautiful to chittas. So those are not sobhana will be akusala and ahetuka, right? So these are not sobhana. Okay, now kamasobhana citta, sense sphere, beautiful consciousness. Now we had 24. So the charts, if we are talking about this 24 here, okay, this 24, it's actually easy to remember. 12 to do with somanasa, beautiful, pleasant feeling, and 12 with the with the neutral feeling, upekha. So this is called kama vachala sobhana, sense sphere, beautiful citta, which is mahakusala, mahawipaka, mahakriya. Okay. Anyway, so we go for this. Sister Cajon, yes.
Yes, Saiji. Okay. The 24 Kama Vachara Chittas are called kamasobhana because they are magnificent, have good quality, and they produce good effects. Most scholars translated Sobhana Chitta as beautiful consciousness. Its opposite is akusala chitta. With kusala chitta, you can perform acts of dana, generosity, observe sila, morality, and do you meditate. When you are meditating, these beautiful chittas arise in you. Which is more, meditation time, sleeping time, or talking time? For millions of people in the world, how do they spend their time? There are some people with bad minds. They spend the time indulging, thinking of disturbing others, making bombs and weapons, hiding secretly, and wanting to attack, like in the case of the World Trade Center. Let us think about the population of the world. Now there are about 8 billion people in the world today. What do they do? Do they live with beautiful minds or ugly minds? How can we get peace in the world? We can obtain peace through the Dhamma. If the majority of us live with lobha, greed, dosa, hatred, and moha delusion, we can have peaceful minds. We cannot create peace in the world. Let us study the beautiful mind. The 24 kama vachara chittas are called kamasobhana.
Okay, thank you.
Sanchi.
Okay. Now, so we remember the 24 kama vacha citta are called kamasobhana. And this is the terms we have to remember in Abhidhamma. There are many Pali terms. Kama because it's in a kama vachara sphere, and sobhana because they are good citta. All right. Now, here Sayadaw is just saying that most people, their mind is not in this mind, it's much more on akusala citta because they want have greed, they have hatred. And this is because this Dhamma talk was given about 20 years ago, I think, more than that. So it's at that time about World Trade Center being bombed by the 2 airplanes. Right? So he just tried to remind the people about a lot of people, if they are with the lobha dosa moha, they cannot have peaceful mind, cannot sleep well. Right? That's the thing here. Okay. All right, now we go for the Kama Vachara. Okay. Next person, Buddhika Chong. Yeah.
Kamasobhana-chittas could be classified into 3 types: kusala, wholesome; vipaka, resultant; and kriya, functional. Kusala and vipaka are the cause and effect respectively. Kriya is a mere action. It does not produce any effect. Kriya arises only in arahants. Kusala arises in non-fully enlightened beings, ordinary persons, sotapanna, sakadagami, and anagami. But kriya only arises to an arahant. There are 8 kusala, 8 vipakas, and 8 kriya. Meaning of kusala. The term kusala is very beautiful. This term kusala means ku is evil and sala is eradication. So kusala means eradication of evil. We should understand that if we want to remove evil, we should cultivate kusala. Only a kusala mind can reduce akusala. Just as if one wants to be cured of a certain disease, one takes medicine.
Okay. All right. So here, Kama Vachara, Kama Sobhana. So 3 types, kusala, vipaka, kriya. Okay, now you all can write down. So this citta are called 8 maha kusala citta. So 8 maha means great, vipaka citta. So another one we call it 8 maha kriya. So this is a short name for them. Okay. So these are called, okay. Because if we don't want to put the Mahakusala Citta, the other name is very long. The other name is we have to write as like Kama. The long name will be Kama Sobhana Kusala Citta. Then this name is too long already. So might as well we use the name Mahakusala Citta. So it's easy to remember. Or if you want to write, you also can write Kama Vachara. Sometimes we have a Kama Chara. Oh, Kusala Chitta. So all these names are very long, so we just call it Mahakusala Chitta. So 8 plus 8 plus 8. So you will have how many? So totally 24 chittas. Okay, so totally will be 24 kamasobhana chitta. So this is a short name for Mahakusala. Right, so Mahakusala is a short term, so the long name will Kamavachala Kusala Chitta or Kamasobhana Kusala Chitta. So 8 plus 8 plus 8 easy for you to remember. So you 8 times 3, you got Kamasobhana Chitta. Now it's very easy to remember. So every time we do good things, so we will do out of these 8 Mahakusala Chitta, 1 Chitta we will do. Wow, the chitta doing good things. So every time when we do good things, we will produce the result. One of the chitta called Mahavipaka. Now, if Arahant do things, even Arahant doing the wholesome deed, we don't call it Mahakusala because there's no more effect. Arahant will not have rebirth. So Arahant will do things called Mahakriya Chitta. Okay? So Kusala Chitta arise in a non-fully enlightenment. But Kriya Chitta arise to Arahant or Buddha. So Vipaka is just a result. Kriya is also just an action, but it does not produce any effect, right? So every time you must remember, Kriya is just action. That's why the Pali word Kriya means action, right? It's actually coming from the Pali Karoti, right? Now, Kusala, the meaning of Kusala. Now, we know Kusala means wholesome. Okay, what is wholesome? So the term is kusala means good and sala. So good is a bad, so evil. Sala is a eradicate the evil. So it's the opposite of akusala. Okay. So if you want to remove evil, we should cultivate kusala. Only a kusala mind can reduce akusala. Just as if one wants to be cured of certain disease, one should take medicine. Okay, now in the Dhammapada, we have this famous sentence. Verse 183. Sabba papasa akaranam kusalasa upasampada. Sachita pariyodapanam eta buddhana sasanam. All right. Actually, if we compare, actually the whole word will be eka buddha. If actually it's a genitive, okay? Eta buddhanam sasana. So papa means evil, right? So akaranam actually literally means don't do. Don't do all evil or avoid evil. Karana is do. You know, you all learn the Pali, right? From the word karoti, right? Karoti is do. So you have the kar plus ana. So do like doing, right? Karoti is does. So karana means doing. So akarana literally means not doing, right? Not doing any evil, not doing all evil, not doing of any evil, right? Kusala is wholesome, good, right? Good or wholesome. Upasampada, do. Now, mind is citta, right? Your own mind. Purify is pariyodapanam. Is a prefix Pali here. So, etam, this Buddhanam, Buddha's teaching, sasanam. Here we don't use the word desanam. We are talking about sasanam. Sometimes we call it Buddha teaching or Buddha disposition. But here actually refer more to the teaching. So in all the teaching of the Buddha, we can just sum up to these three very important sentences. Means like keeping 5 precepts is avoid evil. Then when you are doing 10 wholesome deeds, you are kusalasa upasampada. So when you practice meditation, you are under Sachita Pariyodapana. Okay, practicing meditation. All right. Okay, Sumitra Khan, Sister Sumitra Khan, you can read here. This one, abstaining.
Yes, Saji. Abstaining from akusala is one moment. Cultivating kusala is another moment. Kusala and akusala are like light and darkness. By cultivating kusala, akusala can be removed. When you light a candle, do you need special effort to remove darkness? No. The light will remove darkness. You only need the effort to light the candle. Then the darkness will disappear by itself. In this way, you just need to cultivate kusala within you. If you cultivate kusala, then akusala will be removed simultaneously. The sun rises, expelling darkness. It is not the sun rises, and later it will try to expel darkness. As soon as the sun rises, darkness will be diminished. Kusala and akusala function in the same way.
Okay, thank you. So what Sayadaw
Welcome.
is telling us is that if you follow the teaching of the Buddha, first, you can see the Buddha here, he didn't say do good first. He said first, we should avoid evil. After you avoid evil, you do good, according to this teaching. Then you purify the mind by meditation. All right, that's in terms of theory. But Sayadaw Dr. Nandamala, he tells us that actually we just need to cultivate kusala. So when you're cultivating good things, good mind, then your akusala mind will reduce simultaneously. Why? It's because the main thing is all these appear different moment, you know. So if you're avoiding akusala is one moment, you cultivating kusala is another moment. So because our mind arrives very fast, at one blink of eye, billions of consciousnesses arrive, pass away. So akusala mind and kusala mind actually they appear at different moment. But if you do a lot of more kusala, means that try to do good things, try to have wholesome mind. So when your wholesome mind arise more, then your akusala mind will reduce automatic because they cannot arise at the same moment. All right. So if you don't want to have any unwholesome thing, so you just need to cultivate more wholesome mind. Right. Right. So by cultivating the kusala, we extend from akusala. So sometimes we also purposely need to cultivate more wholesome deeds, wholesome thoughts. Then we can extend for akusala. Okay, now there's another meaning of here. Right. Let's see. Cindy Yo. Right. So we ask different students to read.
Evening, Sayaji.
Yes.
Another meaning for kusala is ku is evil, sala is eradication. The nature of kusala is free from fault and brings happiness. In contrast, all akusala are with faults and bring about evil results. Just like poison, it is harmful and with fault. Whoever consumes the poison will be killed. Likewise, fire will burn whoever that touches it. However, kusala is like water. The water will purify the person who uses it, and it can wash away dirt. The Buddha's teaching is preserved in Pali. Sometimes the translation of Pali terms is not so precise, so we retain the Pali word. Kusala anavaja sukha piva kala kana na, and avijja is anavaja, no fault. Kusala is like generosity, loving kindness, and non-delusion. No one blames these as they are faultless. This is the nature of kusala. Sukha vipaka means producing good effect. Sukha is good, vipaka is effect. We should depend on kusala as it is faultless and produces good effects.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So the whole paragraph is just trying to tell you the definition of kusala. So kusala is explained with non-fault. So when you do good things, nobody can give you blame. It's a faultless and it will give good result, good effect. So only this line. So you can just, the key point is only this line. The nature of kusala is free from fault and bring happiness. Akusala means with fault and bring evil results. So these are key points here. Because when we say what is kusala, okay, kusala means free from fault and bring happiness. What is akusala? Akusala means with fault. Means when somebody with loba, dosa, moha, people will blame him and he will blame himself and also bring bad results. So these are definition for kusala and akusala. The rest are just a simile. Kusala is water, can purify the person, wash away dust. Okay, akusala here is opposite. Akusala means is sawaja. Sa means with, waja means fault. Akusala means to be brain, and akusala means bring bad result, dukkha, vipaka. Right? So I think this is already explained in this earlier paragraph, right? So akusala means with fault and bring evil result. That's all. Okay, so all these are said explained from the Pali and so on. Okay, now we go for the next one. The first, under the 24, this 24, this one, Kama Vachara Sobhana. The first group is Mahakusala. So there are 12 here. How do you get 12? Remember, this 12 actually is very similar with the loba. So if you understand how do we get the loba, so you can see 4 colors, 4 somanasa and 4 upeka. So Mahakusala also 4 somanasa and 4 upeka. Right? It's actually same. You just apply the same principle. How do we get it? All right. So Mahakusala, we call it great, wholesome citta. Maha is great. So actually the word Maha can be noble or whatever, but here is translate grace, okay? So there are 8 kusala citta classified according to feelings and association. It's just like loba mula citta. Loba mula citta also feeling association. So the feeling will be pleasant feeling, somnasa, or indifferent feeling, upekha. Association refer to jnana sampayuta or jnana vipayuta, with knowledge or without knowledge, with promptitude asankalika or without promptitude, sasankalika. So you have 2 feelings here, pleasant feeling or neutral feeling or indifferent feeling, same or. Okay, just. All right, 2 feelings here, either pleasant or neutral feeling, with knowledge or without knowledge, with promptitude or without promptitude. Now, with promptitude means somebody prompt you or you have to urge yourself to do. Without promptitude means you do things automatically. So you 2 times 2 times 2, you have 8 types of kusala citta. It's actually same with the somana, with the loba mula. Loba mula also got 2 feeling, pleasant feeling, neutral feeling. But loba mula is associated with the wrong view or without wrong view. Loba mula also have the promptitude and unpromptitude. All right. Okay, so you just compare with the loba mula citta. Okay, now why is it with 2 feeling? All right. So for example, somebody offer donation, dana, without happiness. So it's a neutral feeling, as they offer out of obligation. So if we offer happily, so it will be wholesome deeds, then it will be somanasa, pleasant feeling. All right. So the offering of generosity can give effect. So when one offers something, knowing well the result of offering, so this is called with knowledge, jnana sampayutta. Okay. So this jnana sampayutta means, for example, a small child, when the parents ask him to give donation. The child might give happily, but it's not with jnana sampayutta. Because the child does not understand the concept of karma when they are very young. But if a child grow out, then the parents say, oh, when you do some good deeds, you get some good result. Then the child believe in it, then it will be jnana sampayutta. Okay? So the feeling is just imagine you do good deeds. Sometimes you will pleasant feeling, you do happily, you cook for sangha, you offer. Sometimes you do it, you just very careless, your feeling is neutral. Sometimes you do good deeds with the knowledge that is a good deed, then it's with knowledge. All right. So out of this, what is the best citta? Best citta will be with pleasant feeling, with knowledge, and without promptitude. You do things automatically when you perform the wholesome deeds. So these are best citta. Okay, now we see this one, the listing in air order. All right, so it's with a pleasant feeling, indifferent feeling. So consciousness accompanied by pleasant feeling, associated with knowledge, and without promptitude. After that, you just change it to with promptitude. All right, so 1 and 2 is same, except one with promptitude, one with without the promptitude. So this is for pleasant feeling. This one also with pleasant feeling. So same, all about pleasant feeling. So if you have colors, you color it very easy. So this one, okay. So this is with knowledge. This is with knowledge, right? And then, but the same type, pleasant feeling with knowledge, sometimes it can be without knowledge. So this associated with knowledge and this associated with knowledge. So it will be promptitude or without promptitude and promptitude. Okay? Yeah. So after that, the feeling change. It's the same thing as above. So you just change the 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5, 6, 7, 8 with the indifferent feeling. So now the feeling changed to indifferent. So it will be like this color, right? So if you color it, will be okay. So 1 to 4 with a pleasant feeling. Okay, 1 to 4 with a pleasant feeling. Then 5 to 8 with the indifferent feeling. Okay. Now 1 to 2 is with the knowledge. 5 to 6 also with the knowledge. All right. So if you calculate that, so pleasant feeling is how many? 4, right? Neutral feeling will be 4. With knowledge, how many? 4, okay? With promptitude, how many? 4 also. So the answer is very simple. Everything 4 and 4 and 4, you know? So if you calculate like this, is easy for you, all right? Yeah. So when we learn in diploma time, we have to calculate everything. So the teacher asks, from the 89 cittas, how many are pleasant feeling? So we had to write Loba Mula Citta 4. Then what else? When we look at the whole chart, Loba Mula Citta 4. Then under the Somanasa 1. Smiling conscious 1. And under the Mahawachara Sobhana Citta, there are 12. No? That's for our diploma level. But because you all are not under the diploma level, so I will not ask this kind of numbers because it serves no purpose. It's not that want to test you on numbers, just to test you on your understanding. Okay. So, okay, now what is the best citta? What is the best citta? What do you think? Which one is the best?
The first
Is
one.
it the second one?
The,
First one.
the first one.
The first one, yes. Yes, you have pleasant feeling when you do give donation, you have pleasant feeling associate with knowledge. Now, it's very important for us. Every time when you do wholesome deeds, make sure that it is with knowledge. So you just take a moment of mindfulness, okay? So when you do good deed, you just, before you offer to Sangha or offer to anybody, just have a moment of mindfulness and think that, okay, when I do these good deeds will produce good result. Or you're just thinking about, what I do this is my good karma. So I believe because of good karma, there will be good result. So when you have this kind of knowledge, this kind of mindfulness, then it will be associated with knowledge. Okay. Sometimes when you do, yes, you are with pleasant feeling, it might be disassociated with knowledge. Especially when you just okay, people give happily, you also give happily. But the knowledge is not there. You just follow the crowd. Okay. So you are wasting your good merit. You will give good result, but it will be disassociated with knowledge. All right. And it's best without promptitude. Without promptitude means you do things automatically. So instead of people ask you to do, sometimes yes, you might have a present feeling with knowledge, but it's only when people ask you to do. So it's with promptitude. So this kind of citta is considered not so good. Right? So the best one is actually number one. If you can do it happily, because it will give a good result. That means that wherever you're born or in this life, whatever you do, you get good result, a happy result. And if you are born with this kind of citta, you will be a person who smiles a lot. All right. So they say bodhisattva is actually he always had this one. So he actually, when he come to Mahavipaka, he will have this kind of citta. So when we come to Mahavipaka result, he actually born with number one. Okay, but this is Mahakusala. Mahavipaka will be same type, all right? So once you know this, it's very easy. Now, indifferent feeling also not so bad, right? Because some people, when they are do things, they are more equanimous, they already learn to let go. So the feeling is indifferent. It's accompanied, associated with knowledge. That's good. And without promptitude, that's good. So they just do things because they already know understand the karma. So it's always associated with knowledge, and they do things automatically. All right. So the feeling is indifferent. But compared to 1 to 5, 1 is better. Okay, 1 is better. Because joyful, when you have pleasant feeling, it will give joy. This joy itself is a good energy for the mind. All right. And people who are more joyful will have more friends. Okay. So if you want to have more friends, you have to do things with pleasant feeling. So if you want more, everywhere you go, you're popular in a way, they call it popular lah. So you have to do more things with the pleasant feeling. Okay, so we just leave like that. So I already sent to you the Pali, yeah. So I think I leave the screen on. So I will take 5 minutes break. So we come back later. So whoever want to copy this one can copy, right?